And it is a busy day for breaking news at 5. We are covering two big stories, both of them involving Memphis Police, starting with federal charges in the Tyre Nichols case.
Now, the other big story, Shelby County DA releasing video of a police shooting of 21-year-old Jalen McKenzie. We'll have more on that story in just a moment. But first, here's a look at those former officers who are being indicted. These are the state charges they are facing. That's Justin Smith, Emmett Martin, Desmond Mills, Demetrius Haley, and Tadarius Bean. Now, all five are due in court on Friday related to state charges.
Now, here are the new federal charges these five are facing. They are all related to what the feds say was a massive effort by the officers to cover up what really happened to Nichols, from turning off body cams to deceiving everyone from dispatchers to supervisors, and also accusing Nichols of doing things to them the videos would later show were all made up.
Now, we have team coverage of this major development. Stephen Reels is outside the federal building right now in downtown Memphis.
And Stephen, you were at the news conference today in which the feds outlined those charges. Break down for us this indictment.
Well, Richard and Pepper, I have the federal indictment right here in my hands, and in it, it claims that the five officers worked together to obstruct the camera, beat Nichols, and then try to mislead the Memphis Police Department about what really happened. So let's go over these charges. Each officer faces 4 federal counts. These include excessive force and failure to intervene, 2, deliberate indifference, conspiracy to witness tamper, and obstruction of justice witness tampering. If convicted of the first 2 charges I just mentioned, that could mean up to a life in prison. The other charges, if convicted, carry a sentence of up to 20 years each.
In our country, no one is above the law. I pledge to you, as Attorney General Garland often says, that we will follow the facts and the law, and we will seek to ensure that our system of justice lives up to its name.
And Richard and Pepper, I just wanted to go over a couple of these claims these former officers made that were later disproven by the MPD video footage of the traffic stop. One of those was that Nichols was resisting arrest, even grabbed a gun belt and grabbed an officer by his vest. And also, a state supervisor report didn't show or mention that the officers had beat Nichols. Of course, we will be giving you more updates as they come. But for now, live in downtown Memphis, I'm Stephen Reels.
All right, thank you, Stephen. Now, we have reached out to several of the former officers' attorneys, and you'll notice a familiar theme, I think it's fair to say. They all say their clients are not guilty.
William Massey is representing Emmett Martin in the federal indictment. He said, "We have been expecting it and are ready to move forward."
Mike Stingle, the attorney for former officer Demetrius Haley, says he'll be representing his client in the state and now federal case. Stingle told us the indictment is disappointing, but not surprising, and that Haley will plead not guilty and defend himself in court. Tadarius Bean's attorney, John Perry, had no comment about the federal charges that were announced today.
And attorney Blake Ballin is Desmond Mills Jr.'s attorney and said, as in the state case, Mr. Mills maintains his innocence. He said his client will turn himself in on the federal indictment and continue to defend himself against all allegations in both the state and federal court systems.